Welcome back to the Ultimate Wolf. So you see, I'm doing this Studio Series 02 Stinger. Oh, the second one's on the line. But yeah, here's the figure. As you can see, I do have a bunch of different others for comparisons. I'll bring those out when I do comparisons. I mean, I'll show the box in a sec. I was just grabbing something. Alright, sec. I was just getting one other figure ready last sec. An older figure really quick. As I hit that button. I did see the Transformers Rise figures. Don't worry, I'll be talking about those on November 14th when they're officially revealed. Don't worry, I'll get like Adam, Sin, John Joker, well, Adam and maybe Sin, John Joker if he's free, or others, because you never know on their schedules. That's November 14th. Oh, I don't know if we'll have like anything, unless if any of us will have anything to unbox on that day. You'll see why I brought out this older figure. But yeah, you see, that's the box. So let me just set the stuff off to the side. Do you have his accessories to the side? I'm just gonna remove that figure and set the backdrop off to the side. And as I put the camera there, just gonna make sure it's centered fully in the tripod. See if I can like angle that out a little bit. It would have been nice if I could. In there, that sits out a little bit, so that way at least kind of so you don't see it's just full black you're seeing. All right, let me bring up the camera. Let's take a look at the box really quick, and then I'll take a look at the figure. I was just doing that. Okay, here's the box. You can see Takara Tomy, Autobot Symbol Generations, Transformers number 02, Transformers Age of Extinction, Decepticon Stinger. There's the Hasbro bottom box. Side of the box, I was used to series. There's a base. You can see it's the closed window. I guess this is when they still did closed windows. There's the nice image of the robot mode. You can see the Autobot insignia. Top of the box, Transformers Transformers Age of Extinction. Iron box. Big screen inspired scale, detail and backdrop. Transformers Age of Extinction, Decepticons Stinger right there. Hong Kong Pursuit. You can see there was Bumblebee, Crowbar, and Ratchet were also available at this time when this figure was released. There's that. He's a deluxe. You can see a nice image of him in robot form. Right there. I'm just seeing if I can bring this corner a little bit more out. And I'm going to pull the backdrop back because it almost fell over. There, that. Go. So that way, I mean, it's kind of extended at the top. I just don't want to pull in too much. Because then that will adjust the backdrop. Base. There we go. Now, this out. There, so that way it's it more flash. If you haven't seen, I did post the review order. So next week will be Toeline and Trashmaster. Sorry, Toeline and Thunder Cracker from the Studio Series line. And then the following week will be Trashmaster on Halloween day, on Halloween. I'm just fixing the backdrop. Hey Adam, it's been a minute, long time no see. Alright, there we go. I'm just recentering the backdrop. I was just refixing the backdrop, but almost got undone. And I did extend this a little bit, so it's a little bit more pull out. I just brought these out a little bit more, so at least kind of extends it. So it's a little bit more wider, so you don't. So that way, if I adjust the camera, it's not. You don't see like the gray from the wall. Yeah, you don't see the wall, so that way it's just all black. Color. I'll show the figure in a sec. I'm just finishing showing the box. I mean there. But so that way the backdrop is fully like that, so you don't really see anything. But yeah, that's the box right there. Side of it, other side, front. This is when they still had the window. I throw that off to the side and that. No. Yes, but yeah, next week will be Toeline and the mighty Thundercracker from Dark of the Moon. Just slightly bringing the backdrop over to the left a little bit. Bring this back. I know why it's like that. I can fix it in a sec. Put this corner back. I just brought the box that right here a little bit forward. But there. Okay, I'm just gonna drop that down. There we go. So that way that can like sit like that, and then now I'll just quickly readjust this side as that folds in. There, I just folded that corner in, pull this out, and then I just folded this in a little bit. That way it at least still has its shape. I mean, there, it's, you can still kind of see it. There, okay. Looks a little better. There. This over slightly. But on this channel, you'll see me adjusting the backdrop multiple times. I get it right. Where's that now? I'm good. I'll fix this corner. There we go. There, at least it looks good. To adjust it. just bring the camera back in the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna adjusting it. Alright, so right out of the box you get a few things. With this figure. You do get a few things. I'm just adjusting the tripod. You do get this white piece of paper in this box. On the outside, you don't need that anymore. You do get his instruction sheet right there. So you can see his finger goes all into his steps. You're gonna need the instructions. I mean, once you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. It's just a little complex transformation for Deluxe. But you can get the job done. There's that. And you also do get his backdrop too from the Studio Series line. You get those O2 Studio Series up there, bottom. There's the Autobot symbol, authentic, Transformers symbol up top, Transformers Autobot symbol. And then there's that scene. So I'm just gonna set that right around there, but angle this back a little bit. So that way, at least, it's something different with the backdrop than normal. Hey. But, I mean, so that way it looks, you could see it at the back. Just gonna see if I can center it a little bit more with the camera. Alright, here, you do get a couple accessories, yeah. With them, you do get the 4 discs that you see on this back. There are 4 of them. And obviously here is the figure himself. Finger. So I'm going to lower the camera a little bit because he's not that tall. Because he's a deluxe class figure. As I put the camera. But there you can see he does look good. You can see the front. Just making sure he's balanced. There's the sides. There's the back. I mean, you can see gaps from. You can see these pieces hanging off the back. And you can see that. If you have it angled, you can lower that if you want it. And it's your preference. You can see like the tires right there. But yeah, he does look good. You can do the articulation with his weapons on. So yeah, I'll put the weapons on. So they just peg in at the front. On the front, so you just take one of them. They're soft rubber. I just peg them on, and these from the front, right there, like so, and then I just push down there, and I do the same thing for the bottom set, and they just fit on those pegs. And I do kind of angle it with so it's lined with this whole section there, and that's almost what hinges as the top one falls over. Sometimes sometimes that will come loose each time you mess with it. But since I leave them on the shelf, I don't really have an issue with it. I got that side on. Let me just quickly do the other side. So yeah, you just got it. I just angle it with it, but with it. With it, so you get the blades on the back. And then there, the instructions do also show it something like that. So you can see you get all 4 blades right there. It will hold. So let's get into some detail. before I go into it, and then I'll do his articulation. You see the green, the black, the red, for the eyes. You can see the silver right there for the hood. Well, for the headlights, you can see the black. There, you can see that. You can see like the tires inside the chest. See that? You can see the tailpipe. Worms in his crotch. There's the feet. There's the bottom of the car. Knees. I mean, he does look good. I'll give you that. Transformation is easy. It's more of a complex one. Well, no, it's easy once you get used to it. So it's more on a little bit more complex. So I'll quickly go into his comparisons, and then I'll do plausibility. And I'll also put it on the backdrop as well. Here he is with the Studio Series 11 Lockdown, so you can see how big he is compared to Lockdown, which he won't be in until December. So, review. But there he is with Lockdown, who's the Deluxe. So you can see Lockdown is bigger than Stinger. And Decepticon Stinger. And here's Stinger with the mighty Age of Extinction. Galvatron. Just so you can see how big Stinger is compared to with the Voyager. With the Voyager class figure. Which yes, I'll save it right back there. So yeah, you can see there's Galvatron versus Stinger. Well, with how big Stinger Galvatron is. I did do 3 comparisons for robot mode. I'll get the third one in a sec. And here is him with the original Age of Extinction Bumblebee mold. Which he does stand. I'm just gonna adjust his feet because I haven't posed. Yeah, this is the original Bumblebee mold. So you can see he's in the same height. Obviously, B has the different shoulder pads. He has the different weapons. Like, I mean, B has that star one that just sits right there. You can hold it, or you can sort there. And he also has the fusion cannon in his hand. And the door wings are kind of loose. But he has that fusion cannon while Stinger has his own. So, I mean, if you have this, you can create a balancing with it. 2. This side's a little loose. Just bring this in a bit. Plus, those are close to breaking. You can pretty much tell. I don't think I had one shoulder pad all the way down. That's another thing I didn't realize. It's been a minute since I messed with this mold. It's the Bumblebee mold. And the Age of Extinction, but there. Just so you can, like, at least scale. Side to side. Granted, I do kind of have him leaning a little bit forward. Let me straighten him out a little bit. Right. Yeah, I do like the Stinger mold. This Stinger mold better than this Bumblebee mold. But transformation is easier on the Bumblebee than it is on Stinger. But there's that. Alright, now I'm just gonna get balanced because he almost fell over. So now let's see Stinger's articulation. Go ahead. You want to hold the neck, going in, can look up, down, that far. If you see you want, that's why you want to hold that piece. And can rotate a full 360. No issue there. I know my fingers were in the way, but I mean, you get the idea. Arms. This arm can rotate a full 360, it's gonna get injured in the backpack, but you can hinge that out to the side. So I mean, you get the full 360. It can go out if the shoulders are in your way. You can use this hinge and move the arm out so the shoulder doesn't block it. So you can get that in there just a little bit on both sides. Two, you get the bicep swivel on both sides. Can rotate for 360, just gotta bring it out because this side has his arm cannon. And an elbow bend. Same for the other side, just except for no cannon. Hips can go that far forward and back for that much. You can bring them out. So yeah, you can do splits. There is a thigh swivel. Once you rotate that thigh, that red panel will come out. It's nice. His knees do have a knee bend that far. And that you can go that far forward. Just getting him standing in, and the feet. They do have articulation. They can go down that far and up. That's how far up they could go. Yeah, it's nice improvements. So now I'm just gonna get him posed up, and then I'll put him on the backdrop for a minute. As I bumped the table, He didn't fall over on himself. So I just angle this. But yeah, you see like nice molded detail too, especially like right there in the light. Two on the sides. Alright. Yeah, I just angle these so that way. And he's more at the front of my Decepticons from the Age of Extinction / Darkman stuff. I mean, yeah, he will hold by himself. Hold by himself. I do kind of give him the squat, and then I do also bring up the head. And I do adjust the legs to get him posed like that. So that way you can see it's like that. Like he's gonna look at you, and then this arm I bend in. I have a straight more and bend in. I think I also did bring it in too far. Even I might have brought it in too far, so that's why he's looking a little bit off. There we go. So that way you can still see like his arms, his head looking at you. And then I do bring the shoulders out on this little hinge just to give him that off. And then I straighten this out and have it like that so you can see it's looking like that. Now for the other side. The cannon arm. I bring this out slightly. Give that angle. I bring this forward at the hinge and then I rotate a little bit forward to get this cannon right there as I hinge this cannon right there. So you get that cannon, which almost looks right there. Too, and this bit I do hinge back, so it's right there in the back, and I do hinge up. Like, so let me just bring him forward, where he's looking more straight. Up, so that way you can like see the wings back there. But this way you can like see all four of those bits. And I mean, he's stable. I'm gonna put him on the backdrop real quick just so you can see, and then I'll. But yeah, and obviously the backdrop just say Age of Extinction, and I mean he is standing. He has good heels for it. Heels. But yeah, I mean he does look good on the backdrop, so that we can see like he jumped right out of that scene to real life. And obviously you can see like the gunmetal gray with the foot. Tips of the foot. As I do that, the backdrop falls, but granted it's not really me who wasn't exported. There. Here's that. So let's get into his transformation. I'm gonna quickly transform the original Bumblebee in all mode, and then I'll transform the new so you can like see the original Beelix versus the new one mold. Age of Extinction mold. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Just so you can like get like see the past versus the future. And no, I'm not doing the Bayverse versus the like G1 because there was no G1 Stinger to my knowledge, or I could be wrong, but I don't have that figure. So if there was ever one. Or one, which I don't know if there was. It could have been like a completely brand new character for the movie. Or Transformers Age of Extinction, which you didn't see him in the movie. Quickly transforming the original one, I'm kind of taking my time with the parts because those windows are kind of close to breaking. Mine on the Bumblebee, so they're taped up. Just finishing the other side really quickly. Hasbro, speaking of Age of Extinction, when are we getting a Studio Series Age of Extinction slash the Studio Series Age of Extinction Voyager class Optimus Prime from the Invasion mode? We never got Invasion mode yet, or we don't have how he looked after he scanned the new truck with the Western Star mode. So, Hasbro, when are we going to get those figures? And speaking of which, when are we getting the Last Night Megatron figure in the Studio Series line? Which I do have the original, those two from the Western Star version and the Last Night Megatron, but those ones I have from the Last Night toy line. So hopefully we can get a new Studio Series version of those two. Maybe a new Dragonstorm figure, because the original ones, those heads broke off really easy. Or out of box too, and Storm Reigns came with missing head, and those were released in what, 2017? Yeah, later. Yeah, that movie came out in 2017 as the parts in this became untapped. Yeah, those are two figures that we need. Come on, you're pretty much. Yeah, you did all the other Megatrons and Primes from the other movies, from 1 to 3. And you know they had different designs for the other 3, for the last 2 movies of the Bayverse film franchise. Well, something's coming untabbed. I'll work on that in a sec. Let me just get the hood and chest. But yeah, this is much better made than the original Bumblebee mold. This was made, what, in 2014? Like, pieces are coming untabbed, and then tabbed, and there's the whole arms transformation, which is easy. Thing on this older figure is you just gotta straighten out the shoulder, flip up the door, and flip up the front. Yeah, some parts are coming untapped on this, I'll fix it. Yeah, I'm about to be done. Last quick step. I see why. I think the feet were not lined up, so, right? So that's why it wasn't like letting this section tab in. Which, now I got that in on both sides. And I'm just gonna do the last bit, the arms. On both hands, because this, nope, the feet, it comes in, there's a tab on that, it keeps coming untapped. I'm almost done now. Gotta hold it and press. Get that in its port. Forward, hinge this forward. But yeah, very nice, yeah, agreed. It's a nice improvement over the original. Version more screen accurate than the original was. I'm just going to reattach the door on this side. Because yeah, when transforming mine, the doors kind of broke off. I had to tape them up together to hold them in. in the original version and when I'm transforming, which you won't see until alt mode. But I'm about to be done. I'm just typing in like the weapons, the feet. And if you're wondering, there is weapon storage in his alt mode. There, the original one's in alt mode. I'm just trying to clean it up a little bit. Just make sure the chest is pushed in and bring the arms in. There, that's the best I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna fight with it. Silver figure. I don't want him to break. Alright, so let's transform Studio Series Stinger into his hard mode. As I bump it, knock the camera. So you want to remove his piece of the parts. Also, let me just remove these really quick and I'll talk about him. Let me just remove all four. I'll set all these little circles off to the side. So you got the shoulders, and the instructions, they have it like this. Not even above on the shoulder. Let me see if it's the original way. I mean, it can. It's just a little tight. There, that's how they have them above the shoulder like that. So you can have it like the instructions. Have it there. You can. I mean, there. You can have it like the instructions have them, where they're kind of sitting over the shoulder. I do prefer the look how I have them, how they're actually sitting on the shoulder. It's been a minute since I've seen the Age of Extinction, so I'm not sure which one is more accurate. But it looks like on the original one, on the box art, that's how they have them, too. But yeah, so if you want, you can have it this look, just by moving parts around. So yeah, if you want, you can give them that look. Because remember, we never really saw them in the on the shoulders in the movies, so you can do it either way you want. Alright, so we're gonna rotate him around. Let me just make sure it's straight. That's how the instructions show them, so I'll just transform by the instructions. I'm just gonna bring him up so that way it's kind of looking straight at you. Okay, let me send back. Alright. So we're gonna come them back. We're going to flatten this out and we're gonna rotate this like so. Just bring these down. I push them up on accident. Rotate up so it's pointing right there. It's been a minute since I followed his instructions, so. And now you want to collapse this up, right there. Now we're going to rotate to the front. You want to untab this and rotate to the front on this joint. And you also want to make sure the head's pointing forward. Rotate around. I popped it off. Let me just go rotate, finish rotating, put it back on. It's on the friction hinge on the base on the measuring peg. Here we go. It's back in, but you want to make sure the head's like that. So it's upside down and looking up. Now, so bring these shoulders up, extend them, and just have them sit right there. So they're sitting fully out. Want to extend this joint. This side's a little tight, and bring down. So it looks like that from the front. I just let it forward in a second so you can see. Now bend the arms forward. Just bend them forward. The instructions even show you. No, they might. That's how they are. Have it. Have it. Now you're going to rotate the shoulder pads out on the hinge. I know it's off camera, but you're just gonna bring this out on this side. Out to the side. So it's like that. Bend forward, bend forward, and bring those out. Side so it forms like wings. As Ion, it's been a long day. It's been a long day for me. So it looks like that. So now we're going to rotate this whole upper top joint around. Place. There, see, it will rotate. You just gotta get these panels out of the way. This will rotate around, so that way it's like that. So you see now it's in the opposite way. Let me just rearrange the arm. You just gotta bring the arm around. I just did that to make it a little easier. So you want it like that for now. So it's that way the chest is pointing forward and backwards. And now you're going to unclip this from the front. So grab the waist and grab at the top. There, you can start seeing a seam. Pull. So yeah, it's that. So it looks like that. Let me lower the camera a little bit. I'm just getting that in the middle. Now you're going to bring the legs up, flip those down, flip up the feet, and tap everything in. So bring the legs down, up, like so. Rotate them up, like so. You want to bring this section down on the back, on both sides. Both sides. You want to flip in the feet, flip the foot up, like so. Hinge up, and now there's tabs on this inside that will peg in onto there's tabs on the knee. I believe it's on the knee. Yeah, it's on the knee. Inside, there's a tab on the inside. There's a slot on the inside of the knee that this one will go in. You want to make sure the hinge is fully straight, because if you have it at an angle, everything's going to go out. Let me just get the angle on this tab in here, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side. And then after you do that, then you bring this section down. Let me just show you the tab you want. So there's a tab. There's this slot right here, tab right here. That will go into this slot. Bring in, you just got to align it up. Line it up. And tab in, so it looks like that. And then bring this section down. And this will tab into the side, so you can see this will line up. Bring in a little bit. So it looks like that. and bring this down so it looks like that. I just brought that assembly down. Okay, let me give you a little hair movement. Alright, so it looks like that. We're almost done. We're almost done with this transformation. Like I said, it's been a minute since I followed the instructions, so. Then you want to, well, extend this whole side. Just straighten this back out. You want to leave, so rotate this back down. Straighten this out. You want to extend this whole assembly. Wait, when do you rotate it? Hold on. No. I think just they didn't show a step. Here's step 14. So this claw weapon, this weapon, once you extend it, you want to rotate it. It doesn't show that in the instructions. Rotate right there. It just didn't show in the instructions. That's giving him off balance. So. And then you want to bring in the arms. No, bring in the arms and tap them together. Do the left hand first. Bring in the arms. Bring in the left hand first. This will sit straight out. So now we're going to extend the arms. So see how there's this section. You want to bring that out and down and down. Both sides. Right there. So there is a tab. There's a slot notch. A slot right there. Little notch that will get pegged in there. You just want to line everything up and tab that in, which things are. But you also want to bring that front wheel down. There we go. Let me just bring this in. I'm just quickly doing this side off camera. The back also came undone, so I'm just straightening this back out. Clipping. I think no, like the legs get intact. Because this side won't want to clip in properly. Okay. So it's like that. So you want to bring in, straighten this arm out, and bring this all section back. Straighten out, lift. Right there. So you tap it in, and now there's a slot right there, and this tab will go in there, like that in. And that will peg in on that side. And just get all nice and secure. We're almost done. So obviously these are still out, and then the head's still down. And that section is right there. So yeah, we're almost done. You want to bring in those sections, and then bring the head down, and then attach the weapon. And you can also bring the slat in there too. Let me just check one thing because I could have missed. But yeah, you want to bring in the weapons. And there we go. Oh, I think I had one section rotated backwards. The manual piece, so let me just check the orientation. Sometimes this section can confuse me. Remember, these instructions are black and white, so I'm doing this with one eye, it's kind of hard. Alright, you want to bring these little bits in, and straighten them out, tab this in to the front. Right there. And let me just straighten that hinge in. Straighten that hinge in. Bring this section back, down. There's the slot. You want to get that in between. And me push it. And there we go. I got it in. I'm just going to straighten everything out. We're almost done. I'm just going to tap everything in quickly. Last step, bring this down. This will sit there. This is why you kind of want to bring the head down. You can bring the head fully down and then push this in. So it sits, and then you can bring the head slightly back. Hubs are a bummer. Adam, if you realize they are on real cars too. The hubs are on real cars too. Well, at least different color, but they are on real cars, so it's kind of accurate too. And they're clipped on wheels too. It's clipped on wheels because if you unclip it, then there's the wheel. But yeah, it doesn't really roll. Like you can see, I'm pushing it on too. Oh, as it's something that comes untapped. No. Yeah, see, it doesn't really roll. But I mean, you can just paint it silver or black. Like some cars do have it, it's different colors too. But yeah, he doesn't really roll. Like you can tell some of those are. Like the left side is. Right side really isn't. I mean, you can see it moving, but it doesn't really like roll smoothly. And then when you roll back, it does. Forward. Anyways, the weapons do store. You flip them underneath. There's a hanger right there. Sharpie works. Yeah, I don't really customize my figures. I do toy hacks. And then these bits, they peg in right there. Just I don't. Yeah. Yeah. So he doesn't really roll. There. So the weapons are just pegging right there on those ports, and they'll sit. See, it's just the clearance. That's it for the instructions. I'm just gonna do quick comparisons and then do final thoughts and then over. Here he is with the Studio Series Voyager Prime at number 5. Yeah, you can see he's obviously way out of scale, but I mean, these trucks are supposed to be bigger than these cars, so I mean, it kind of works. It doesn't work. Here he is with Studio Series 92. Yes, I believe he's 92. Crosshairs. Crosshairs just so you can get a scale, and yes, obviously Crosshairs did appear in AoE, so it works out. But yeah, he does look good. He does look good. I was just playing back, cornerback. And final comparison, I'm gonna remove Crosshairs. Here he is with the original Baldy mold. Yeah, I do like the transformation on this one. Here, let me put it this way. I like how this one's more movie accurate. Like you can see the headlights are there, the side view mirrors there in the lag. And even those little bits right there on the side. You can see even how the hood sits a little line, the wipers. I was like, yeah, it's really they're good. It's this one's more clean underneath. This one you can like see the robot chest, head. This one, I mean, you can see his head. You can it hides under a little bit better. This one rolls a little bit worse. Like you can, it's kind of it's scraping on the this surface it's on. So this one rolls better. It doesn't scrape much more joints because these windows would break. So this one's won't, and they're fully like color from the side and then the front. Yeah, they do look good together. I do prefer this Studio Series version over this version. Yeah, yeah. Like when it was rolling in this one, it was scraping up against the ground. Studio Series didn't really do that. So, I mean, that's pluses and minuses. Transformation is easy. You just gotta know what you're doing. Yeah, it's rolls. Rolls. I mean, that one did have the full black wheels, so. And this one does have the red hubcaps, which I'm fine with. It's not really negative. Stepticon symbol does look nice, though. I'll give you that. Alright, well, anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf. You can find the Ultimate Wolf on Instagram, the Ultimate Wolf on Discord, the Ultimate Wolf on Twitch. There's the Kermit on the backdrop. You can find the Ultimate Wolf on Twitch, the Ultimate Wolf on Instagram, the Ultimate Wolf on Discord. Discord. But yeah, and then next week I did also, if you haven't seen, I did post the review schedule order yesterday. So next week is Robots in Disguise 2001 Towline and 2000, sorry, Dark of the Moon, Thundercracker. But yeah, anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf, and that's been this series finger.